Got a roster with pronunciation.
Penn Hills marching band performance of the national anthem. It remains standing. Penn Hills of the month.
Thank you.
From Yuhas-Mcginley Stadium in Penn Hills tonight, Northeast Conference play opens as the Penn Hills Indians host the Pine Richland Rams. A very pleasant good evening to you. Along with my broadcast partner, Dean DellaMalva, I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along for another night of WPIAL action here on the Indians Football Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Both these teams, the Rams and the Indians, lost their season openers. The Rams to a college team from Ohio, 42-0. The Indians lost to Seneca Valley, missing a last-second field goal in the final play of the game, losing by 2, 17-15. Both teams winners last week. The Rams blanking Kiski area 33-0, while the Indians beat up on Norwin by a score of 26-7. Big story tonight. The return of John LaDawn, head coach of the Pine Richland Rams, was the Indians coach for 5 seasons here, leading the Indians to a PIAA championship in 2018. A lot of people, a lot of media here tonight, a lot of folks looking at this game thinking that there's somehow bad blood or somehow people have some sort of revenge towards John LaDawn, and it could not be further from the truth, as there's absolutely no bad blood between Penn Hills and John LaDawn. The reason he left for Pine Richland, he lives there, his kids go to school there, absolutely understandable. So, as we said when he left, we wished him well, and the Indians still wish him well.
Well, he done good here. Yeah. 5 years, he just brought a state title, in the second year there. 46 wins here at Penn Hills. Definitely got the program rolling quickly, and they're still a perennial contender every season.
Well, he said the only job that he would have left here for was Pine Richland. And the opportunity came up for him, and a lot of folks at Penn Hills encouraged him to go for it, and because they understood.
Right.
Perfectly understood. And that's, you can't support the people who've been around you to when it's time, they need to make a change. I mean, it's not that anybody wanted him to leave here, but, when somebody says, hey, I need to move on because I have this opportunity, and, you can perfectly understand it. So, he returns here. It's nice to see the LaDawn family, the kids, everybody who's here that they've been used to seeing around here for the last 5 seasons, although they're larger than the last time they've seen them. But anyway, back to the game. Pine Richland used both Vaughn Spencer and Kanan Huffman at quarterback last week. Ryan Palmerio came in at quarterback last year as an injury replacement, has taken over the lead back role, ran for 125 yards and a touchdown last week in the win over Kiski. Penn Hills on the other side is led by their junior dual-threat quarterback, Julian Duggar. 278 passing yards on the season with a couple of touchdowns and 146 rushing yards. And joining him in the backfield, fellow junior Amir Key, 246 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. And on the defensive side, Miami of Ohio commit Rayon Strader, one of the top defensive backs in the WPIAL. We saw him return one last week for a touchdown.
Yeah, we did. That's what he's known for. He's very cognizant of where the ball is and when it's coming, and he's very good at jumping those routes. Did that last week. There was a play earlier in the game where the ball was thrown a little short on his side and missed out on an interception there. But the second time was the charm for Strader. He jumped right in front of one and ran it down the sidelines for an Indians touchdown to get them going last week and on the scoreboard first.
Now, you and I talked about this last week, but we're going to bring it up again now because the game is here. We talked about the WPIAL scheduling, and this conference has come down between these two teams the last several seasons.
Right.
And last year there was a 3-way tie for the conference. The Indians got the tiebreaker. Pine Richland, the runner-up. North Hills got the third playoff seed out of the conference. But yet you see that this is a big game between these two squads. This is the conference opener, the 3rd week of the season. These teams are still trying to get their feel for what's going on in the season, and the WPIAL schedules them in week 3. Meanwhile, if you look at Penn Hill's schedule, at the end of October, they have Shaler. They have a game of Fox Chapel, Central Catholic. These are October games. To me, this is an October game. This is a late October game.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there at all. If you look at, in college, the big games are always at the end of the year. Always. Ohio State, Michigan, Auburn, Alabama. And they've always got these big game feels, and there's usually a lot at stake. And we're doing this pretty early. These two teams got 2 games each under their belts, and it feels like they're being forced into a must-win this early in the year. It's kind of tough.
We mentioned Pine Richland's first game of the season, Pickerington North of Ohio. Literally, they have, I think, 12 or 15 Division I recruits on that team. They were literally almost playing a college team.
Well, yeah, that school, that area is basically a feeder for the big school in Columbus, Ohio. That you hear all the time when they're doing announcements of players from Pickerington, Ohio. They are a powerhouse, and they did take it to Pine Richland in that first game. I don't know what you get from that, but a little bit of experience and getting the guys, a little bit of action that quick.
Yeah, but the way they got shellacked, though, you kind of think, do you really get these kids a good test? Do you get them the risk of injuring some of your kids? Do you get them maybe getting a little down? Because, Pine Richland's not used to getting shellacked. Opening kickoff into the end zone for a touchdown. Penn Hills will start at the 20.
And here's this formation again, which is 3 on the center line.
And Duggar will keep it across the 25, the 30, a little foot race across the 40. Again, 6 wide receivers, 3 men on the line, and Duggar picks up 12 yards to start things off.
22 yards.
Excuse me, you're correct. Correct, sir.
Good opening there.
Indians going quickly. Duggar, the quarterback, Key, Natal Mitchell, the backs. Wide receiver, Strader, Thomas, Levi Jordan. And it'll be Duggar again. Fights for head. Almost 6. Indians' struggles offensively have been getting the line to gel a little bit. Their line to center Carter Lance, Bernard Nadoum at the left guard, right guard James Good, right tackle Gerald Jones, left tackle big Kelsey Hundley, number 53. You'll definitely hear that name a lot on defense along with Carter Lance. Indians will go to the reverse, right side, Santana Levi Jordan will pick up the first down as he gets to the 45-yard line. Picks up about 8.
Seeing them go very quickly here, Penn Hills in the early going. The first 2 games, the offense kind of sputtered early, so they're trying to get them jump-started here.
Key, right side, has a lane inside the 30, chased by the Rams, up the sideline, inside the 10, 5 dives to the pylon, touchdown, Penn Hills Indians. Amir Key, 45 yards. And the Indians strike quickly.
How about that?
That was just a simple off-tackle delay. And they were chasing him down the sideline, but just could not get their paws on him.
You know, last week Amir Key took quite a while to get going. He was bottled up, like you mentioned, the offensive line woes for ripping holes, but there was plenty of room on the outside, and then Key just uses his natural speed. We're a minute 20 seconds in, and Penn Hills is on the board.
Owen Williams to try the point after. Kick up. And the kick is good. 10:40 to go. First quarter, Penn Hills 7, Pine Richland nothing. The deer in the outfield like that score. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. There was a turkey out there earlier.
That was a very electric opening drive. Penn Hills coming out using the quick huddle.
I didn't even get to mention the Pine Richland starting defensive unit. Penn Hills went to, I don't want to say hurry up, but it felt that way.
It was a very
up-tempo.
Up-tempo, yes, that's what I'm looking for. Very up-tempo drive. They got together for just a couple of seconds. It's almost like they had these first, 5 plays just ready to go. Excuse me, that was only a 4-play drive.
80 yards. All on the ground.
And just a minute 20 off the clock. And Pine Richland might be a little stunned here. That was quick. Looks like we got longer breaks tonight.
We got the TV timeout. The point is here, but thanks for those of you sticking with our broadcast.
It's good to see Williams get a kick up and good, too. He's been struggling a little bit early on in the season, but there's a nice little confidence boost for him banging the first one through.
So now Pine Richland will get a chance with the ball. Kick taken at the 8-yard line. Andrew Mellis looking for somewhere to go with a nice return. Upended by Twan Brandy at the 37-yard line. He'll get the 38-yard line, and that's where Pine Richland will take over. Starting offensive unit for the Rams, quarterback be between Spencer and Huffman. Back, Sermonera, Hasley, Harper, and Perry. The receivers, Hartwick, Nicely, Royal, and Jelly up front on the line. Center, Drips, guards. Waddell and Hilty tackles Keddick and Cardinale. Nice hold of the outside, cross the 50, down to the 48-yard line. That's Ryan Palmieri.
Ryan Palmieri on the carry. Run down on the play.
13 yards
Cameron Thomas.
and a first down.
Play results.
Not sure we're going to see anybody stop anybody so far in this game.
Yeah, able to
Defensive line for the Penn Hills, Keith Pellman, James Good, Carter Lance, Kelsey Hunley. Linebackers, Bandy, Mitchell, Brown. The back, Strader, Thomas, Cochran, and Eason. Come right back to Palmieri. He'll pick up 4. Natel Mitchell on the tackle for the Indians. And brings up a second down and 6. Joined us late. The Indians 4 plays, 80 yards. Amir Key, a 45-yard run. Point after good. Penn Hills 7. Pine Richland nothing with a running clock. 9:40 to go here. First quarter. Bill Navari along with Dean DellaMalva. Thanks for joining us. Sermonera will go in motion to the left. Palmieri follows the block that way. Stood up after picking up a tough 3. Twan Brandy again with the tackle for the Indians. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 3. A long 3, but 3.
3, yep, 3. And back also for Pine Richland tonight on the line, Ryan Corey, number 75, a junior, 6'4", 290. Big guy. They like running behind him. That time they went the opposite side, though.
Palmieri again. And the Indians do a nice job of stuffing him short of the first down. Picks up about a yard. It'll be 4th and 2.
No secrets so far. Palmieri. He's got 4 carries for 21 yards so far. Of course, 13 of them on the first one. But now it's 4th and 2. And it looks like the Rams might be going for it here.
See if Huffman goes with the hard snap to try to draw the Indians off sides. No, they don't. It'll be Palmieri. Has a hole this way. Closes quickly, and the Indians hold him. We'll give him a yard, but he'll be short of the line of gain. The Indians hold. And with 8:06 to go here in the first quarter, Penn Hills will take over at their own 41-yard line. Indian strength this season has so far really has been their defense. And it showed on that drive.
Yeah, they really held Norwin in check last week on the ground. And coming up with a stop on downs here gives Penn Hills back the football in great field position.
Hey, Palmieri picked up 22 yards on the possession. Duggar steps up into the pocket, comes this way across the 45 to 50, up the sideline, steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 19 yards for Jules. And that's an Indians first down.
From the 41 negative to the 41 positive.
You know, we've seen 10 offensive plays in this game. All runs. I didn't expect that.
I thought it'd be a battle in the trenches.
And it's on that way. They're establishing it. Key stood up at the line. Nice job by Aiden Hasley to hold Key to a yard. And the Indians will have a second down and 9.
And you got runners like Duggar and Key and even Nightel Mitchell when he gets the ball. We'll just keep on keeping on.
And it'll be Mitchell this time, right up the middle with a lane. Mitchell inside the 25, Down close to the 20-yard line. That's where they'll mark him. 19 yards for Natel Mitchell. And Penn Hills moves down to the 20-yard line.
Another nice hole in the middle. He slipped through and then turned on the afterburners. It was a shoestring tackle that kept him from scoring.
DeAndre Cochran at the top of your screen. Twins to the near side. Strader and Eason. And Indians keep it on the ground. Duggar goes right side. Cuts it inside the 20, inside the 15. We'll pick up 8 down to the 12-yard line. Oh, stop and pick up 7. So it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Four carries and 53 already for Duggar. That's 100 yards, over 100 yards rushing. That's 128 yards rushing for Penn Hills already.
Key in motion this way. It'll be Mitchell. Fights his way inside the 10. Brought down by Max Heckert at the 7-yard line. Picks up 6 and a first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Indians.
How about that little hesitation? Gets a little hesitation there. Then hits the gap and then forces Heckert to try to get him and slow him down. He was able to grab a hold of him, but not before he got another first down, and then that was 1st and goal.
Key finds somewhere to go, down to the 5-yard line. We're being brought down by Sam Heckert. You know, Key has that hesitation too. I remember last year as he was running, it was kind of like where that he would kind of, it seemed like he would hesitate and let the hole open up, and then he would take it.
Not quite a Le'Veon Bell hesitation, but still very patient, both these runners. And it's been paying off for them already.
Duggar takes a low snap, tries to cut to the outside, gets inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2.
Penn Hills brought everything in tight there, and Pine Richland was firing off the edges, but Duggar able to find a sliver of space and sneak it down to the 2. 4-down territory possibly here.
8th play of the drive. Key into the line, into the end zone, touchdown Penn Hills. Amir Key's 2nd touchdown of the game. This one from 2 yards out, and Penn Hills extends the lead with 4:46 to go here in quarter number 1. 8 plays, 59 yards. Indians have run 12 plays in the quarter, have not thrown the ball yet.
And why
Seriously,
would they?
Why? Yes, exactly.
Why would they? Everything is coming up roses on the ground so far. The Indians are pushing here. Amir Key, 4 carries, 51 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Owen Williams to try his 2nd point after the quarter. Kick down, kick is up, and the kick is through. 4:46 to go, first quarter. Penn Hills 14, Pine Richland nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. I'm going to quote you from the North Hills game last year. Wow.
Yeah, you know, I don't know that maybe other than you know, Coach Morris and the Indians themselves maybe envisioned this kind of start, but the last 2 weeks it's been slow go for the offense. Not tonight. They are ground and pound. and having lots of success.
I'll tell you, Coach LaDawn is saw these guys last year, the last 2 years. They're juniors now. Saw them as sophomores and freshmen, and he knows what these kids are capable of. And I was wondering if he's having kind of some ulcers this week, trying to figure out how to defend them, because he's quite familiar with what they are capable of.
Oh yeah. You know, this was a team last year that went to the semis.
Both teams went to the semis last year.
So, and a lot of talent back, especially at the key positions.
Speaking of the semis, the Indians will travel out to Moon next week. Their first visit ever out to Moon to play the Tigers, the rematch of the semifinals last year. Again, 8 plays, 59 yards. The drive set up by the 4th down stop by the Indian defense. Again, the Indians up 14-0 here in the first, but a long way to go in this game.
Yeah, and you know, Palmieri had that first run of 13, and we thought, oh, here they go. But then 3 and out after that initial.
It really
down.
looked like it's going to be a game where it was just up and back and up and back. Kickoff short, taken at the 12-yard line. Another nice return by Andrew Mellis across the 30 to the 33.
He's set up Pine Richland twice now. 38-yard line last time, 33-yard line this time. See if they can take advantage. Flip the script a little bit here. They're looking up at a 2-touchdown deficit.
Palmieri again looks for someone to go this way. Penn Hills closes quickly and gets maybe a yard. Keith Pellman comes up to make the tackle, just strung that one out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. They literally strung him out there. He kept trying to bounce outside. There was nothing there. Finally, he just said, I got to get what I can out of this. Got a +1, but now it's 2nd and 9.
It's progress.
You know, it's like when you're playing golf and you hit a terrible shot, you're still advancing the ball.
Believe me, that's what I always say. Every time I hit the ball 8 yards, hey, it's progress. Andrews goes in motion.
We got a delay.
What happened here?
Timeout.
The flag back at the 50. They're going to get the they are going to get the delay. First penalty of the game by either team. Four and a half to go in the first. Been a very clean game.
Yep, first piece.
All runs, and it's the first penalty. No turnovers. I mean, we don't count the turnover on downs.
Right.
Hoffman takes a snap. Again, Palmieri, and the Indians were right there, bringing them down. Gerald Jones et al. Also Carter Lance in the middle of that line. It was Lance that stuffed everything. And Palmieri will lose 6.
Behind the sticks here. Got to expect Pine Richland to be using that first pass of the game, or at least attempt to.
No. 3rd and 15. Hoffman, 3 receivers. Valores will go in motion, right to left, fake to Palmieri. Hoffman throws left side, and a pass, a little far for Valores, almost picked off by Rayon Strader.
There he is again. He's always around the ball, isn't he? Right
Yeah,
on
he is.
Strader.
He has a feel for where the ball is going to go. Now, first punt of the game. Evan Royal, I do believe. We'll kick for the Rams. Kick high, short, takes a Pine Richland bounce. Went off a Ram about near the 40-yard line, but they're going to mark it at the 33.
We got flag on the play back here.
Flag back at the 28-yard line.
It looks like they keep going back here.
Holding against the Rams, and I think the Indians are going to make him redo it.
Yeah, why not? Not that it matters, but now it'll make it like 4th and 30. Oh. No, they called that on. I'm confused now.
Or are they going to tack it on at the end of the play? Well, they're just.
Because I thought it was on the Rams, and then he pointed Penn Hills' way, so. It is on Penn Hills.
The Indians will start back at the 23. Not their worst field position of the quarter.
No, it's not. And it really hasn't mattered.
Yeah, their opening drive started at the 20.
We got timeout over there for the Rams.
Timeout coming with 3:49 to go in the quarter. If you're joining us later, Mir Key, a couple of touchdown runs for the Indians. They are up 14-0 here in quarter number 1.
Still a lot of football to go in this one, but boy, can the Indians break the Rams back with a long scoring drive here.
Well, there's a TV timeout, what gives us a chance to grab a drink.
Mentioned Penn Hills' next opponent, Moon. They are trailing Mount Lebanon 14-0. Quarter 1.
Moon graduated a lot of seniors from that team last year.
They certainly did.
Contrarily, the Rams will be hosting Seneca Valley next week. Still on a TV break. You can't see it on our end of the camera, but there's a camera down in the end zone to the left. Oh, it went out. A little flashy. We'll have to catch it one of these times, get the flashy light. Now they're flashing the green light, which says, go ahead.
And we're off and running. 1st and 10, 23.
Duggar's first pass attempt at least sets up for it, and he will throw. Downfield has a man behind the defense, Strader, and the pass just a bit far. Strader had a few steps on Nicholas Andrews.
Well, that's what Duggar can do. You know, if he can get out in space and the opposition thinks he's going to run, maybe they'll cheat a little bit, and then all of a sudden he stops and he's got that arm just launching the ball down the sideline, but a little bit too far for Rayon Strader.
Not much there for Duggar. In fact, he'll lose a yard. Indians' first negative play of the night. Indians with a 3rd and 11.
First time they've been behind the sticks tonight.
And they're going to have to go even further.
Illegal procedure at Penn Hills.
These defenses can calm down a little bit.
Duggar flushed out of the pocket, flushed some more, chased, throws across his body, pass complete. First down, Penn Hills. Santana, Levi Jordan. They needed 16, he picks up 17. And the Penn Hills Indians move the sticks. Levi Jordan, 5'7", 155, and Duggar was able to catch him coming across.
Yeah, good job of buying time. Pressure was coming. It was good pressure by the Rams. However, Duggar's able to get out there and throw with his offhand, or throw with his on the offside. Rolling right with left hand's hard to do.
Duggar, quarterback draw. Ahead for 4.
Tackle on the play by number 40, Max Hickert.
Rams had a chance to get the defense off the field there, but do not. They have been on the field quite a bit here in the first quarter. It's another warm September night.
Penn Hills calls a timeout with 2:17 to go in the quarter.
Each team has now used one of those.
Looking for great food, great merchandise, 60/50 raffle tickets, and all the candy. Visit the Booster Booth.
Another 5A game, West Allegheny 14, Ringgold nothing.
Yeah, interesting note, playoff-wise. This season, WPIAL, only 8 playoff teams from 5A. They had to cut a week from the playoffs because of the PIAA tournament. So instead of the usual 16 teams going in, only 8 teams will make the playoffs. Top 3 from each conference plus a wild card. There should be 2 wild cards. What did I say? Top 2 from each conference. That's 6, and 2 wild cards is 8.
Crazy setup sometimes. You look at it and just don't know how exactly how it works. How we have only 5, 6, 8 teams here in the district.
Yeah, sometimes I think WPAL should perhaps accuse themselves from the PIAA and the pass just too far for Cameron Thomas. Again, 2 long passes. The receivers were there, but unable to run under it. And it brings up a 4th down for the Indians.
First time for one of those.
No, the Indians will punt for the first time tonight.
Owen Williams back there. Counting his guys, making sure they got enough. Or not too many.
High snap. Williams gets the kick away. Does a nice job under pressure. And the ball will take an Indian roll inside the 30 to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Greg Benet was in there really fast there for the Rams. Nearly got in there to block it, but Owen gets it out of there.
Worst starting field position of the night for the Rams. Only their 3rd possession. Well, the Rams defense finally stops the Indian offense. Maybe help give the Ram offense a little momentum. Nothing doing there for Ethan Pillar.
Number 44, Ethan Pillar on the carry. Tackle on the play by number 1, Nathel Mitchell, and number 50.
They are all over this Pine Richland running attack. The only time they've thrown the ball one time was on a 3rd and long. It's been run all night for the Rams.
Hoffman under center. It'll be Pilar again. Looks for somewhere to go. Gets submarined by DeAndre Cochran. The rest of the defense catches up to the play. And Pilar will go down after he picks up 3. That'll be 3rd down and 7. Indian defense swarming to that ball.
They are, and it was a good job there by Cochran, who appears to be the smaller man in that collision with Pilar, but he was able to slow him down enough and wait for the cavalry to get there to finish the job. And that is going to do it for Q1.
After 1, your score, Penn Hills 14, Pine Richland nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Brent, thanks for tuning in to our YouTube broadcast, especially when television is on hand tonight. KDK Radio is also on hand tonight, but thanks for sticking with the hometown broadcast. Love to see you guys check in from wherever you are. Just a note to comment, you have to subscribe. Be a subscriber. Again, the blinking red light there on the camera down to our left there in the end zone tells everybody that we're on a TV timeout. They used to have a guy go out with the orange gloves, the big orange oven mitts, to stand there.
Yeah, my, how times have changed. Well, the Rams are back on the field, ready to go, but the red light is still blinking. So
now we still got the red light flashing. And I noticed, too, it starts flashing green, and it doesn't go out right away. It's going through the play. I think it could be distracting. Certainly going to increase the length of our broadcast.
Yeah, you're going to have to listen to us a little bit longer.
It's okay, but you know what, though? It gets these kids some TV time. You know, a lot of the DVRs are rolling in Pine Richland and Penn Hills areas.
Oh, yeah. Talked to quite a few parents, and they do that, too. They'll come up to us after the games, wherever we are, and say, yeah, we're going to watch it when we get home, even though we just watched it live. So that's kind of neat.
Hoffman steps into the pocket, and he'll be sacked back at the 22-yard line. Pocket collapsed. Daquan Lewis.
Run down in the backfield by number 50,
A lot of pressure coming from the side and up the middle. And finally, they broke loose, and Huffman had nowhere to go but down.
Did a nice job of holding on to it, the way that collapsed quickly on him. Kick away. Indians get away from it. We'll take a Pine Richland roll inside the 30 and go dead at the 28-yard line. 11:10 to go. Second quarter. Indians will have it at their own 29. Indians came out throwing last possession. You think they'll try to return to that running attack?
Ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I would definitely go back to using Key and Mitchell. Here. And we all know Penn Hills can throw the ball.
And of course, Duggar.
They need to.
He's been not sure who I think. Oh, Key had the 45-yard run. He's got to be the top rusher for the team.
Duggar's got 61. Key's got 51. So it's, it's close.
Indians come this way. Santana Leva Jordan looks for somewhere to go. And we'll go down at the 25. Nice job defensively
a late flag
by Paul Mary.
I think this is going to be on the Rams. If not, it's a 4-yard loss. Big conversation going on right now between the stripes.
See a flag at the 37-yard line. You can see it on the TV side here. Can't see it from our angle, but our cameraman Sam picking it up.
There it is.
So what is the call?
Okay, so that way they got him for an illegal shift and then a personal foul and sportsmanlike.
So do they mark it from the spot of the loss or from the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage?
I think
it's a dead ball?
I think it was a dead ball foul, so it'll go from the 25 back to the, half the distance.
Illegal shift. Dead ball. Second down. They're both being forced.
How do they mark them both off then?
5 and then half the distance.
Well, they're marked back to the 18-yard line. And now they're going to mark off the other one. Back to the 13.
Yeah, it should be second down.
So we'll be second and a long. Well, it says first on the scoreboard, but the marker on the field does say second correctly.
Yeah, it was a dead ball foul, yeah.
Key. Crosses the 15 to the 17-yard line for 5.
Tackled on the play by number 34, Keith. Third down.
So it'll be 3rd and 22.
Third and a lot.
Well, they need to get to the 39, and they're on the 17, so.
Yep. The abacus says that's right, 22.
Duggar steps up into the pocket, takes off, looks for somewhere to go, breaks a tackle, gets back to close to the original line of scrimmage, +1. So we'll get to the 30, picks up 13. But it will be 4th and 10.
Yeah, he just tucked that and ran. Looked like it was designed, delay, QB draw. Try to draw some of the defenders downfield with the wide receivers. But the Rams stayed at home and kept him well short of the mark.
Williams, high kick. Fair catch called for.
Yeah, he mishandled that one, but
sure
was able to get it back.
Was able to get it back.
I think that was
Tanner Cunningham.
Tanner Cunningham, yep. It was a nice high punt by Williams that time. 39 yards.
On ball, but that makes him fair game.
That's right. So after a quick start by the Penn Hills offense, they've kind of gone back into their shell a little bit.
Nice adjustments made by the Pine Richland defense.
Yep. The Rams are going to try to get on something here.
Kanan Huffman under center. It's a hard snap, Kyle. Palmieri back in. Comes to the near side, has a lane across the 40. Palmieri, 50. Tries to cut back in, but is in a sea of red. But we'll get a first down at the Indian 44-yard line. 25 yards for number 25, Ryan Palmieri.
That was a nice job of getting out of the bunch there. He was able to bounce up to the outside, and then nice little acceleration, getting himself going there. Big gainer.
Again, he just
his longest run
read
of the
the
night.
play and let things open up in front of him. Sermonera goes in motion to the right. Palmieri goes that way. The Indians close on him. Natel Mitchell brings him down. Gonna pick up a 2.
It's 9 carries, 48 yards for Palmieri. Went for $1.25 last week.
Hoffman gets away, throws the ball away.
Boy, they had him dead to right for a 20-yard loss.
Kelsey Hunley, I don't know how he escaped the grasp. 3rd and 8. Nice job by Kanan Hoffman. To have the wherewithal, not only to escape, but then get rid of it like that.
Yeah, because he had already been out of the pocket. So I can't go back into it. So just chuck it.
Hoffman steps up into the pocket. And right into the arms of Carter Lance. He'll pick up 2, brings up 4th and 6 at the 40. Clock rolling under 8.5 to go here first half. The punt team comes on for Pine Richland. And the Rams look to play the field position game.
Hoffman, he's got happy feet back there. As soon as he feels the slightest bit of pressure, he...
Quarterback up under center. No, they would drop back. That was Pilar. And the Indians use a timeout, their second of the half, with 8:12 to go.
Yeah, the Penn Hills defensive front is getting pressure really fast. And as soon as Kanan Huffman starts to feel the slightest bit, he's running and not even letting the receivers have a chance to get downfield and maybe get open. Hempfield playing in 5A this year. Playing Latrobe tonight, 14-7 lead for the Spartans. Penn Trafford 21-0 over Woodland Hills. That's still a first quarter score.
Post snap. Rams kick high, short. Indians would do well to get away from it, but takes it a Pine Richland roll inside the 5, down about the 3-yard line. That punt almost went straight up in the air. Penn Hills did the right thing as far as clearing away from it. But then it took an amazing Ram roll.
Boy, you never know what's going to happen with them balls when they go straight up in the air like that. Are they going to bounce backwards? Are they going to bounce forwards? And that one benefited the Rams greatly. And it rolled, and they say somebody touched it at the 4. So a little bit more breathing room for the Indians as they start this possession, but still backed up.
Well, I would suspect the Indians are going to run the ball here.
You would think.
But you never know. They've been getting the receivers open behind the defense. But Duggar has been, his arm strength has just been a little bit too much on the ball. Duggar straight up the middle. across the 15. Gets the Indians some breathing room with a first down at the 19-yard line. Another 15 for Jules. And another Indian first down.
Boy, I thought they were coming this way because they had the 3 receivers on this side. But Duggar takes it himself almost right up the middle, just off the left guard there, and finds a gap for double digits and another Indians first down.
Jules now flanked by Key and Mitchell. Duggar takes the high snap, get into the gut of Amir Key, tries to find somewhere to go, and the Rams do a nice job of shutting him down at the 20-yard line after he picks up a yard, making a tackle for the Rams. Aiden Hasley, number 34.
Almost looked like his lead blocker was getting in his way there. He was expecting to be able to run downhill there, and just there was no real estate.
Key goes in motion out to the left into the slot. Mitchell, lead blocker for Duggar, goes straight up the middle across the 25, dives ahead to the 26-yard line. A pickup of about, we'll say 6 or 7. Say 7. Third down and 2. Clock rolling under 6.5 to go. Here's second quarter. Penn Hills 14, Pine Richland nothing. Rams get the ball to start half number 2. Key, no gain. And it'll bring up a 4th and 2.
They were on him fast. There was no really where to run. And after some thought here, they're going to go ahead and do the wise thing here and send Owen Williams out the punt.
I think they're not in a hurry. They're trying to use some clock here. Still a lot of time left for the Rams. Clock approaching 5.5. And running. Williams, nice kick. Taken at the 42-yard line. And the Rams will return it in Penn Hills territory close to the 40. Paul Mary with the return. Jameer Brown with a hard tackle at the 40. You always know it's a good hit when the crowd on both sides goes, ooh.
18-yard return for Paul Mary that time is going to give them excellent field position.
First time tonight one of these two teams has started on positive yardage.
That's right.
Positive side of the field, right?
Nobody needs it more than the Rams right now. Down 14-0. 5:20 left until halftime. If they can put something together here, like you just mentioned, they do get the ball to start the second half.
Paul Mary for a yard.
Flag.
Rams going Wildcat.
Thrown in the area that you would think would be a hold.
Officials are facing to our right. And it is. Spot foul from 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll result in about a 12-yard penalty back to the Pine Richland 48-yard line. So now they're back to starting on the negative side of the field.
That didn't take long.
No.
First and 22.
Paul Mary takes the high snap, rolls to his right. To run all the way, looks for somewhere to go, and the Indians close quickly. First man to him was Daquan Lewis. Picks up 6 yards. And the Rams changing up the offense.
Trying to get something going here. It's been hard luck for them tonight on offense. Just not able to move the ball against this stout Indian defense.
Palmieri right up the middle. I don't know how the Indians let a hole that big open up for him. But Palmieri will get down to the 32-yard line. Picks up 14. Nathan Mitchell on the tackle for the Indians. Now it's 3rd and 2. It was 1st and 22. Now it's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I guess I jinxed them. I called him stout. They have smothered this defense for the most part of the night.
Palmieri again. This time the Indians are waiting for him. He'll be dropped back at the 34-yard line. Jameer Brown and Carter Lance. Lose 4. It'll be 4th and 4. And here's the 34-yard line. On the clock at 3:20 and running. I believe the offense will stay on the field, Dean. The Rams trail by 14.
Need a spark. And this could positively or negatively impact the Rams as the quarterback's back on the field. Huffman
will throw to pass batted, picked off by the Indians. Keith Pellman up the sideline, inside the 40, breaks the tackle of Huffman inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Penn Hills Indians. 65 yards. Indians' second defensive touchdown in as many weeks. And Penn Hills extends their lead.
ball batted at the line of scrimmage. Missed who batted it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I might have been Pellman who actually hit it and caught it himself.
All I saw was the ball flying up in the air and Pellman getting it. And he was off to the races, just one man to beat. And that was the quarterback, and he was able to do that. 65 yards later, 20-0.
Kick up and good. 2:50 to go. First half. The score. Penn Hills 21. Pine Richland nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Again, to quote you, Dean, wow.
Wow. Wow. You got to say it with some emphasis.
Wow. I mean, Pine Richland, following the first and 22, got himself in a position on 3rd and short. And 3rd and 2, then went 4th and 2.
Yeah, they were in great field position down here. They had an opportunity to, put points on the board before the half. Like you said, they get the ball in the second half. They go for the double dip, but instead it backfires on them. They have to punt. And the Indians' defense makes a play.
It's Keith Pellman, the 5'10", 195-pound senior.
This is not the hospitality Coach LaDon wanted to see. 21-0 deficit.
Well, there's a whole half of football left to play. Rams still have 2:50 here to try to do something. I mean, they have returned kicks so far tonight from the Indians very well. Andrew Mellis has done a nice job, and you never know. I mean, maybe if he breaks one, gets them back in it. But it's 21-0.
Yep, and Kanan Huffman's been under duress all night. He's 0 for 3 passing with an interception. Paul Mary's done what he can. 13 carries, 64 yards, but
I'm surprised they didn't go back to Paul Mary there.
Yeah.
Again, we got the red blinker to our left. Our cheerleaders enjoying this, as they should. Owen Williams gets the green light, literally. We'll kick this one towards the sideline, out of bounds. They can get it at the 40. I don't know if I'm Coach Ladon. I might make them re-kick the way the returns have been going.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, why not? It's basically been your best.
You try to get something. Looks like they will get it at the 35.
Penn Hills.
Well, the Rams have just under 3 minutes to try to put something together here.
Back to the Wildcat with Paul Mary. Straight up the middle for 3.
Paul Mary with the run.
Kelsey Hundley
Tackle on the play by number 53, Kelsey.
on the tackle for the Indians. Pilar comes in motion to the near side. And again, Paul Mary takes a snap right up the middle. This time it's James Good along with Carter Lance.
On the carry. Tackle on the play by number 54, James Good.
And Penn Hills uses a timeout here. Their final one of the half.
Yeah, Pine Richland was.
Oh, Penn Hills thinking about trying to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Penn Hills School District would like to remind you that there is no admission or re-admission after half.
Halftime, you'll be able to watch the Penn Hills Indians Big Red Marching Band, but also in attendance tonight, the Pine Richland Rams Marching Band. They will go on first. I'm surprised Norwin didn't bring the band last week. They have an excellent band.
Yes. Pine Richland's band looks pretty big down there.
They're huge.
It's been interesting to hear them perform. So right now we got 3rd down and 6 for the Rams. And again, quarterback Kenan Huffman in there.
Pass complete, and it'll be a first down for the Rams. Andrew Mellis out to the 48-yard line.
Number 1, Andrew Mellis. Play results in a Pine Richland.
That's a first completion for the Rams.
It is.
I think that's the first completion, second completion of the game.
Right.
The Indians had one. Hoffman, swing pass, right side. That's for Baloris. Baloris to the 48-yard line, 5 yards from one 48 to the other. 5 yards for number 5.
Tackle on the play by number 50,
Vasilios Baloris. Clock approaching 90 seconds. We're a little under that. Hoffman throws over middle, pass complete. It'll be enough for a first down. Brady Kerrigan.
pass complete. Number 6, Brady Kerrigan, brought down by Natel.
6 yards for 6 and a first down. Mitchell with the tackle for the Indians.
Pine Richland, first down.
Pine Richland trying to move quickly here. 1:15 in a running clock. Low snap. Huffman falls on it.
Huffman recovers.
We'll lose 4, and the Rams will call a timeout.
Timeout.
with 1:06 to go. And they trail the Indians by 21.
Well, Huffman 3 completions in a row, 9, 4, and 6. Getting in a bit of a rhythm, but then disrupted by the rolling snap there and a loss of, it looks like, 5. Prompts Pine Richland's final timeout.
Again, Amir Key with 2 touchdown runs in the first quarter. Second quarter here just moments ago. Keith Pellman tipped the pass, caught it himself with the interception, and ran 65 yards for an Indian touchdown on the interception return to extend the Penn Hills lead to 21-0 over the Pine Richland Rams. And now the Rams come back out on the field on a 2nd and about 14. Hoffman steps up in the pocket, rolls to his right. Looks downfield, tries to direct traffic. And gets the pass away incomplete. Lives to fight for another day.
And he's rolling over there, and there's nobody coming to his aid. When you're rolling out like that against the pressure, the receivers have got to flock to your side, and they just weren't there. So he dumped it away. 3rd and 15. Now, once again, Pine Richland gets a few plays going, and now they're 3rd and behind the sticks.
Hoffman with a straight drop, gets a pass away, down the sideline, has a man Mellis, and the pass tipped away. Incomplete. Double coverage on the play. Cameron Thomas, Ken Eason. And the Rams will line up to punt with 52 seconds to go. The dangerous Rayon Strader back. Fumbled snap. Another high, short kick. This one will take an Indian bounce and go dead at the 30-yard line.
Perfect example there. The first one rolled forward, that one rolled backwards. And Sandwedge saw it there, just a 17-yard punt. Penn Hills takes over, just 42 ticks left until halftime.
I don't believe the Indians have a timeout left. I think they've used all 3. Scoreboard says they have 1. Pine Richland has none. If you're the Indians, you just go into the locker room with a 3-touchdown lead, or you trying for something here?
Yeah, I think you just rest on this 3-touchdown advantage. You don't want to give Pine Richland any unnecessarily momentum by turning the ball over or something crazy happening here.
Well, they come out with a 4-receiver set. Unless they figure throw it on field twice and then on 3rd down and run it. Duggar rolls to his left, picks up 2.
He's coming up a little gimpy down there. I was going to say, it looked like he landed a little awkwardly.
And he is down.
And that is why you don't do that.
At this point, you'd hope it was just a cramp, but yet more of the training crew are coming out to take a look at Jules Duggar. And he gets up and will be helped off the field.
Looks like we got number 18 down there. Steve Van Diver warming up. He's sophomore, 6 foot, 160.
So Duggar's going to be helped over to the medical tent. Well, he was being helped, and now he's walking on his own, somewhat gingerly. And the clock will wind out. That will be the final play of the half. After one half of play, the score, Penn Hills 21. Pine Richland nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. It's all girls.
I like better.
It's impressive.
I've never seen that before.
That's a good, that's a strong band they got. How many people are usually in the tuba?
It's rare to see a tuba. We go to Pine Richland. Run down the locker.
way at the field house, right? Yeah.
back here at Yuhas-Mcginley Stadium at Penn Hills High School. Second half about to get underway here in a few minutes. Our score, Penn Hills 21, Pine Richland 0. Dean DellaMalva here, and Bill Navari just rejoined us.
Went down to the locker room. Apparently Jules Duggar is okay and will return to this game. Also saw Trayvon Hester, former NFLer, played here at Penn Hills. Love the kid.
There are more than one of great kids, players that have come out of this school.
But it's nice to see when they come back.
Absolutely, absolutely. So good news for Penn Hills on Duggar. I did catch him coming out of the locker room over there. He was trying to loosen up a little bit.
Well, Pine Richland will get the ball to start half number 2. They trail 21-0.
Haven't been real consistent on offense. They need to try to find a way to do that.
From the 10, Palmieri with a big return across the 50. Up the sideline, one Indian to beat inside the 10. Touchdown! Pine Richland. I see no flags. This one will count.
90 yards. Caught it at the 10, made a little move, and then shook loose down the sideline. A couple Penn Hills players had a crack at him, but he was able to fight through that last tackle and get across the goal line. Just the start the Rams needed.
Again, it goes back to whenever Penn Hills had the kickoff that went out of bounds. Sometimes they would have to make them kick off again because the return game of Pine Richland tonight has done very well, and it seemed like it was just a matter of time before they broke one.
And they did on that one, and it was the right guy for sure, Mr. Ryan Palmieri.
Kick is up and good. 11:47 to go here, third quarter. Penn Hills 21. Pine Richland 7. Now, if you're John Ladon, I mean, could you think of a better way to start the half?
I'm sure he's very happy with that.
They drew it up that way.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to come out of the locker room, return the kick for a touchdown. Regardless, it gets his team on the board and maybe gets the juices flowing. Although the offense has struggled so much tonight for the Rams that getting a score on a kickoff, that might have been the only way to get in it. But 21-7 now.
But they're in it.
And they're back.
Now, you would think this would have to change the Penn Hills philosophy, what they thought coming in here. Hold them on their opening drive. You're up 3 touchdowns. And maybe play a little conservatively. A lot of running the football, eating the clock. But now you're only up by 2 scores. And that's certainly not going to be, you'd think it would not be enough against a potent Pine Richland team. That Penn Hills is still going to need to try to open things up and get points on the board.
Right. Duggar is, still kind of hobbly down there on the sideline. So you would have thought, like you said, if we get the ball back, it's a heavy dose of Amir Key and Nightown Mitchell. But now, with the Rams getting on the board here, kind of makes you second guess that idea, and maybe we do need to get down the field.
Now, Julian Duggar will return to the game, but you go back to that last play of the first half where he hurt the ankle. Now he's hobbling a little bit. Now, is that going to erase him as a threat as far as running the ball? And you think they're going to go to Mitchell and Key primarily? You wonder how that changes the Penn Hills offense.
Yeah, definitely. That part, I would assume that they would try to not have him do as much running, but of course, it is Jules. He's going to want to do it anyway.
And Giro, kickoff taken at the 4-yard line. Key to the outside. And late hit out of bounds. Penalty flags fly. He got out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Excuse me, it was Martell Palmer on the return.
Right now they got it marked at the 22. Let's see what they're going to do here.
Personal foul against the Rams. So that'll move it up to the 37.
So they got a little bit too excited after scoring that touchdown. Amped them up a little too much, got a little over-aggressive on the tackle over there. It gives the Indians much better field position out across the 35 at the 3-7. First and 10.
Key trips over his own lineman. And will go down. But still, we'll credit Bernard Nadoum for the pancake. But Key will lose a yard. Key tries the left side to the 40, picks up 4, and it'll be 3rd down and 7.
So far, just 2 real simple handoffs. Just I'm trying to see how that ankle reacts to some movement.
Mitchell was in motion this way and then goes back. Dogger was sacked back at the 32-yard line. Evan Johnson came off the edge.
Well, you just saw it. I mean, he didn't even try to fight it. He didn't try to escape. He just let the hit come and hit him, and I don't know, that ankle might not be where it needs to be to help this team the rest of the way tonight.
So momentum definitely switching sides here in this half. High snap. Kick away. Fair catch called for and made at the 37-yard line. It's Andrew Mellis. Penalty flag back at the 27-yard line.
Again, pressure by Pine Richland almost getting there. Williams does a nice job of getting it out of there. And another personal foul on Pine Richland.
Personal foul. Pine Richland.
Instead of the ball almost at the 40, Pine Richland's going to be backed up inside their own 25.
About the 22-yard line, I would think. Yeah, so we'll mark them.
Duggar is back out on the field.
It looks like the 23.
Yeah, 23-yard line. That's what it looks like. I don't see no red flash.
Penn Hills cheerleaders enjoying themselves on the near side. And the Rams cheerleaders on the far side. Not sure what the delay is. We don't have any red lights on.
A lot of discussion here on the sideline.
So the Rams go back to the Wildcat with Paul Mary. Oh, no, they don't. Excuse me. That's just Paul Mary deep. Kelsey Hunley makes a tackle in spite of having somebody draped all over him. Paul Mary picks up about, I'll give him 4. Didn't see Huffman crouched under center. Most teams just go shotgun. The Rams a lot of under center, offset eye. And it'll be Paul Mary again trying to find somewhere to go. The Indians will stack him up and bring him down for after a pickup of 2. Keith Pellman in on the tackle along with Natel Mitchell. And
there's Pellman on the ball that time. Getting to it. Had that interception run back for 6 in the first half.
Now we got 8.5 to go here in the third, but there's already a big play in this game right here.
Rams trying to take advantage of that momentum from the kickoff return.
Swing pass this side, caught. Paul Mary across the 30, the 40. Cuts it to the inside. We'll have a first down. Goes down at the 45-yard line. They tell Mitchell. A hard hit at the end. But it's a 15-yard pickup. And a first down for the Rams. I think the Indians were just key on Paul Mary.
Yeah, he's getting the ball every which way. Kickoff returns and runs, and now he's slipping out into the flat and catching a pass, turning upfield for a first down.
Paul Mary from deep in the eye. They'll pick up 3. Cochran, Mitchell, and Brown. The tackle, pick up a 4.
Couple big hits there by the Indian defense, coming up knocking Paul Mary around a little bit.
Pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd and 3. Again, Paul Mary. 5'11", 185-pound senior. And another 3rd down.
This is much more comfortable for the Pine Richland offense to be in these 3rd and 3s rather than the first half where they were 3rd and long a lot.
Hoffman go from the shotgun with Paul Mary to his right. He'll look for Paul Mary out in the flat, but a pass will be caught by Mellis inside the 40, first down at the 36-yard line. They use Paul Mary as a decoy.
It's at 5 of his last 7. As Huffman.
Paul Mary for 1. Now Paul Mary always seems to be getting positive yardage.
got 20 carries, 83 yards, and 16 of the 20 have been for positive yards. So, yeah, leaning forward.
8th play of this drive, which began back at the 23. Pilar will be behind Huffman. Huffman stands in the pocket, throws downfield, has a man. Brought down at the 16-yard line is Mellis. Cameron Thomas with the tackle, working with the 15, 20 yards. And now the Rams starting to get open in the Indian secondary.
Well, when you've been running the ball successfully, you're cheating them up a little bit. Single coverage.
Best offensive drive of the game for the Rams.
And they're moving in the red zone.
Andrews goes in motion. He'll get the ball. Eludes one tackler, but does not elude tacklers 2, 3, and 4. Will lose a yard.
Tackle on the play by number 12, Andy.
Paul Mary on the sidelines getting a break here.
Pilar runs into Hoffman in the backfield. And this one ugly from the start for the Rams. Pilar will lose another 3 for Pine Richland. And it'll be 3rd and 14. Clock rolling under 4 minutes to go here. Quarter number 3. Penn Hills 21, Pine Richland 7. Along with Dean DellaMalva, I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along. Hoffman pass inside the 5, touchdown Pine Richland. He just rifled that one to Maloris.
Zinged that puppy in there. Great catch by Maloris. And then fights his way into the end zone. We've got flag over there inside the 5.
Touchdown coming with 3:31 to go here, quarter number 3. Sportsmanlike conduct call against the Rams. Move the extra point back to the 18-yard line. So the extra point will become a 35-yard field goal. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:31 to go. Third quarter. Penn Hills 21, Pine Richland 14. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Or very similar to the very beginning of this game, but on the other foot. That opening drive by Penn Hills as they were on the board just a minute 20 into this one. And then they made it 14-0 with 4:46 to go in the first quarter. And now here in the third quarter, Pine Richland returns the kickoff for a touchdown to start the second half. Stops Penn Hills on a 3-and-out and puts together a scoring drive. 11 plays, 72 yards, 3:31 left, and it's now 21-14. Out of nowhere.
All right, Penn Hills coming into this half up 21. They've run 3 offensive plays. They're only up 7 now. So now the pressure back on the Indian offense.
And again, it's back to that play right before halftime when Duggar gets hurt. And now they've got to ask him to try to gut it out here and try to get some points on the board and get the offense moving, run some clock.
Again, the television timeout.
And the Pine Richland sideline is getting electric. Penn Hills
Line drive kickoff.
Back.
Bobbled at the 5, picked up at the 3. And smothered at the 7-yard line is Martell Palmer. I said Penn Hills wants to win this game. I think they're going to need at least 35.
Well, the way things are going right now, something's got to give.
Duggar will throw. Sets up the screen left side to Key. Key has some blockers in front. And we'll have the first down at the 19-yard line.
Duggar's second pass completion of the night, 2 out of 4, 28 yards. But it gets them away from the goal line here. And they're going back to this no huddle tempo.
Key. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, turns it into positive yards across the 25 to the 27. Should have been brought down for a loss. And said picks up 7 yards, and it's a second down and 3.
Great effort that time by Amir Key. He's hit, looking like he's going to go down for a loss, turns it into +8.
Key again has a lane across the 30, 35, first down, out at the 40-yard line.
The second half, Amir Key trying to break out. He had the long 45-yard touchdown run, but really limited. But here he's broken out here with an 8 and a 13 in the second half.
Key again, this time left side, across the 40, has a lane. Key across the 50, another first down in Pine Richland territory at the 42-yard line. 18 yards this time. Again, another first down for Penn Hills. It started back at their own 7-yard line, and they are now on the Pine Richland side of the 50. And there's an injured Indian, and it is Amir Key.
He was up and went down, so maybe it's, let's see what they got here. Maybe it's a cramp. Key explosive here. As I mentioned, he's got 39 yards on his last 3 totes. He's up to 98 yards rushing on 12 carries. It bounces up pretty quickly.
So Ford plays 50 yards for Key on this drive. 4 carries. So the Indians get an extra break on the TV timeout here. I think even with the TV timeout, I believe Key still has to sit out a play.
Right.
So watch for Mitchell. Or this is an opportunity for the Indians to try to go deep. They've tried it twice. Receivers had gotten behind the defense, but Duggar had just overthrew them. Not by much.
No, not by much, but that's not such a bad thing. I mean, you want to be able to have your receivers run under the ball like that, rather over than under. Especially on them long bombs down the sideline.
So I mean, it could be an opportunity for play action right here. I mean, keep your eye on the guy split to the near side at the bottom of your screen there, Cam Thomas. The ever dangerous Cam Thomas. Rayon Strader, split to the left. Mitchell behind Jules.
Here we go.
And it will be Mitchell. Picks up 2. Does the job as number 4 comes back in.
Good to see that. It's just been a little cramp action. Third quarter winding here. 1:23 to go.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. This has been a very quick third quarter, but I didn't want to jinx it by mentioning it. Duggar will throw. Pass picked off at the 30. Up the sideline. Inside the 40. Down to the 32-yard line is Nicholas Andrews. Andrews, the only one in the area.
Looked like there was a miscommunication there. Receiver was running a go, and Duggar threw a stop.
Now, great field position for the Rams. First turnover of the game for the Indians. Each team with 1. Paul Mary. Carries tacklers to the 24-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 3. Paul Mary again, hit in the backfield. It was Pellman who disrupted the play, then Easton come on for the tackle. Lose 2, it'll be 3rd and 5. And we're like 6. And that should wind down quarter number 3. We'll go to the 4th quarter. The score, Penn Hills 21. Pine Richland 14. Don't go away. This one's coming down to the final 12 minutes. You're watching the Indians Football Network. The red light's still flashing down to the left, which means we're still on a TV timeout.
Moon Tigers taking it on the chin from Mount Lebanon tonight, 37-9.
They'll be hosting the Indians next Friday night. Wow, if this one's going to decide the Northeast Conference, this is one heck of a game. Tale of two halves.
Yeah, the Indians had it on cruise control for a little while, and then...
Well, Ryan Palmieri's kickoff to open the third quarter. That just flipped the field, so to speak. And a rare penalty for the Pine Richland Rams tonight. False start.
And that puts the Rams in what they don't want, what they have not been able to deal with tonight. 3rd and long.
Well, I think you're 4-down territory here.
Empty set.
Valores with a lot of room over there to the left. He'll step back. Well, he steps up. And it's a 1st down for Nicholas Andrews at the 17-yard line. Andrews was wide open.
15 on that pass play. Kanan Huffman started out 0 for 3 with an interception, but it's bounced back.
Palmieri eludes the tacklers at the line, gets in for the Pine Richland touchdown. Palmieri 17 yards. And the Rams an extra point from tying it.
What a swing and momentum this game has taken. It's unbelievable. Penn Hills, for all intents and purposes, looked in control in the first half, but the Rams had flipped it.
And the kick is up and good. 11:27 to go. 4th quarter. We are tied at 21. The Indians, the Rams on the Penn Hills Football Network. Penn Hills was changing the momentum till Lamar Key went down, had to sit out a play. Mitchell for 2, then the Indians got away from the running game. Tried to pass, it was picked off by the Rams. They returned it back to the 32-yard line, and the Rams 4 plays, 32 yards. Palmieri, the 17-yard run. We are tied at 21.
Winning number 4, 0, 3, 5, 2, 4, 1, 4, 0, 3, 5, 2, 4, 1.
Well, we thought this was going to be a really good game, and in the first half it looked like maybe not, but it has turned into everything we thought it was going to be the whole time. Game tied at 21 in the 4th quarter between these two Titans of the Northeast Conference.
Well, the Indians shouldn't panic. Just try to go back to what's got them here so far. I mean, they've only had 2 possessions in the second half. 3 and out. And then they had a nice drive going, which started to 7. And they got down inside the Pine Richland 30 before an interception by the Pine Richland Rams. Nicholas Andrews hauled it in about the 15 and returned it back to the Penn Hills 32.
You're right there. No need to panic. Let's just get a nice methodical drive where we're using the ground game. I mean, Duggar's only attempted 5 passes, 2 out of 5, 28 yards and interception. So it's all been on the ground. 98 for Key, 91 for Duggar on the ground.
Kick off into the end zone for a touchback. Indians will start at the 20. Oh, beautiful night for football.
It has cooled down nicely. It's good temperature right now. We got an injured Penn Hills player on the field there. Sorry about missing that.
Duggar, quick pass. Hook. Cochran has a first down and more. Cochran across the 40, the 45. Tries to cut back, loses his footing, but is able to still pick up another 3 yards to the 46-yard line. 34 yards on the quick hitter. On the catch and run, DeAndre Cochran, and Penn Hills just like that in Pine Richland territory.
Like I said, throw a play action pass.
Do it again. Again this time. Rayon Strader unable to hold on to it. The pass a little low.
The old, if it works on one side, let's try it on the other. And he was definitely open. Pass a little low, Strader loses his footing. So that would have been another big play for the Indians.
Key on the delay. Key in the secondary. First down, Penn Hills at the 30-yard line. 16 yards for Amir Key. And Penn Hills on the move. Now there's an injured Pine Richland Ram on the field. Luke Rudolph with the cramps. Hydrate, gentlemen, hydrate.
13 carries for 113 for number 4, Amir Key. Up over the 100-yard plateau yet again. .352 yards now on the season for him. 5 touchdowns with the 2 he got tonight.
His team's ranked number 2 and 3 in 5A. And it's You're getting everything you'd expect out of a game between 2 and 3. Key, right side, cuts it back, off tackle. Drags Rams to the 26-yard line. Palmieri on the tackle along with Max Heckert.
Tackled on the play by number 40, Max Heckert.
It's 5 yards. It's second down and 5. Clock not yet a factor in this one. At 10:15.
Still got a lot of time
Oh,
left.
my goodness, a lot of time.
Neither team has used a timeout here in the second half either.
Mitchell has a lane right side. First down inside the 20. 10, 5. Nate Mitchell. Touchdown, Penn Hills. 26 yards. And the Indians take the lead.
Man, you knew he was gone as soon as he hit the corner. There was so much space over there. Duggar read it well, handed it right to him, and Nightel Mitchell did the rest from 26.
80 yards in 5 plays.
Where's that been?
Isn't that how the Indians started to get in those 80 yards in 4 plays? Now, meanwhile, the way the game started until Pine Richland's opening possession kind of stumbled. Kick is blocked, no good.
Oh, that's big.
That could be huge. We kind of had the feeling that it was going to come down to whoever had the ball last. It was going to go back and forth. And it's gone back and forth, not kind of the way we thought it would. But what a game this is. Now the Indian defense will have to stand against the Pine Richland offense, which has been playing quite well here. They have 2 touchdowns in the second half. Here in the second half, the Rams touchdowns, a 90-yard kickoff return on the opening kickoff. Then a 77-yard drive, Huffman to Baloris, a 19-yard pass on a bullet of a pass. And then a short drive of 32 yards following an interception return by the Rams' Nicholas Andrews to set them up. Palmieri, a 17-yard run. And we were tied at 21 here in quarter number 4. And now the Indians answer with the 80-yard drive. They go up 27-21, and that blocked extra point could loom large. It could be huge.
Huge. So we've seen back-to-back super quick scoring drives. Just 1:35 on the Pine Richland drive of clock time, 1:34 of clock time for Penn Hills as they just scored. Oh, tough break. Out of bounds at like the 3-yard line goes the kickoff. And he was letting that thing roll. He took a risk. Did Andrew Mellis. But it finally bounded out of bounds, so we're going to put this ball back up to the 35.
Illegal procedure. Kick goes out of bounds.
Unless you want to have him re-kick, which is what they're going to do.
Well, okay.
I mean, why not? The kick return game has been bread and butter for Pine Richland tonight. Why not have them do it from 5 more yards back?
Kickoff will bounce at the 18 and go out of bounds again.
Have them do it again.
Illegal procedure.
So now your guys running down the field are extra tired by running down the field twice. We've already had some issues covering kicks today, and now they've got to do it again. Trying to kick it away from Paul Mary.
And he'll boot this one to Paul Mary at the 15-yard line. Paul Mary has a wedge. Paul Mary still on his feet this way. Paul Mary inside the 40, 35, inside the 30. Great return again by the Rams. Trying to mark with the 27-yard line.
That was a nice hard kick, but it was low. And Paul Mary was able to snag it. And boy, Pine Richland had a nice wedge set up right down the middle. He found it and then bounced it outside and almost went back to the house. "58-yard kickoff return."
9:44 to go in the fourth. 27-21 Penn Hills. A little confusion on the play. Pilar runs into Huffman and wind up with no gain. The second time they've done that. Give Pilar a yard. Or will we? No, we will not.
Pilar comes in to spell Paul Mary. Has not had the running room that Paul Mary has had. Now he's back in the game.
That was Andrew Sermonera offset. And it will be Paul Mary, and he's hit at the line. And coming out with the football is Penn Hills. Oh, they stole that off of Paul Mary, and the officials didn't see it. Carter Lance robbed Paul Mary, and then the officials robbed Carter Lance. Oh, well, it's tough to see in there, but...
I mean, the Penn Hills player is sitting there with the ball in his hands. Wow, what a break for the Rams, like as if they needed another one.
I'm watching the play. I could see it clearly. He took the ball out of his hands and he fell on his butt, held the ball up, and the official said second down.
And you like Paul Mary was even sitting there on the turf with his hands covering his face mask, like he knew he lost the ball.
Timeout, Pine Richland, with 8:18 to go. And the Pine Richland and Penn Hills cheerleaders doing the circle thing that they do.
The sisterhood.
Is that what it's called?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Let me check here. We have a former Penn Hills cheerleading captain on camera tonight. We have to. Wes, Sam, what is that called? No official word for that? It's like a cheer bonding thing.
Yeah,
it's like a cheer bonding thing.
There you go. So like, yeah, like
we'll call it a sisterhood.
The sisterhood getting together down there.
The sisterhood circle.
So we've got a big, huge play here. 3rd and 12 at the Penn Hills 29 for the Rams.
That's a huge missed call by the officials. Hoffman gets a pass away down the sideline. And it's almost picked off. It's almost caught. But it's incomplete and brings up a 4th down. Andrew Mellis was the intended receiver, and there's an injured Indian.
There's a big collision down there. As the ball was coming in.
Clock will stop with 8:12 to go in a 27-21 contest. Penn Hills in the lead. It'll be 4th and 12. You're down by 6. If you're John LaDon, do you try the field goal to put yourself down by 3?
Kind of wipes out that missed extra point from Penn Hills. Because it kind of makes it irrelevant.
But if you don't get the 12 yards, now you're still down by 6.
Yeah, but the Rams defense has played, other than the the last drive in which Penn Hills scored pretty quickly, they've played pretty well here in the second half. Actually, since the first quarter, really. They've played really well since letting up them first 2 touchdowns. So they are going to go for it, and they're going empty set.
Penn Hills gets the pressure, pass down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Maytel Mitchell on the coverage. Pass was intended for Bradford Jelly. And Pine Richland turns the ball over on downs for the 2nd time tonight.
But Penn Hill still has work to do. 8:07 left, still plenty of clock here to eat. Win a 6-point lead.
Key gets behind the defense. Key inside the 30, the 20. He is gone. Touchdown, Amir Key, 71 yards, and the Indians extend the lead.
Amir Key hits the hole and is gone. All kind of space. And then he turns on the afterburners. And you ain't going to catch him in the open field like that. Amir Key with a huge touchdown. 71 yards. His 3rd of the night.
DeAndre Cochran down with a cramp at the 30-yard line. If I'm the Indians, I'm thinking going for 2 here.
Oh, yeah.
They have Owen Williams out to try the point after, but no, that point could be big.
Yeah, I think they need to go for 2 here. Make it a 14-point game. Make things harder on the Rams.
I see Duggar coming out. Key, yes, the Indians will go for 2. Touchdown coming with 7:55. No, would you take the long touchdown drive or the quick touchdown? I don't know. I got a touchdown.
Well, in this game,
points is points.
Points are points. They were at a premium in the first half.
Indians are going to have to use a timeout here, I believe. They did get the timeout. This play clock ran down. Well, now you get the delay.
How do you get a delay game off an injury timeout like that?
They had a player coming on late. I don't know how that happens. Talk about a back and forth game.
Momentum swings have taken some time to happen, but they've been huge.
Power I for the Indians. Cam Thomas, they try on the end around, and the Rams are there.
Two-point conversion is no good. The score is now Penn Hills 33. Pine Richland 21.
Well, 33-21, Indians, 7:55 to go. I'll stick with my prediction. Indians need to score again. I said they'll need at least 35, so they need to score again. The Rams down by 12.
Yeah, they would need at least 3 more to make your observation correct.
Absolutely. Penn Hills used a timeout in this half?
Yeah, they called that timeout down here. I think it was after that non-fumble. I think that we thought it was Pine Richland, but I think Penn Hills took the timeout.
Sorry, they did point to the right. Excuse me.
You maybe squib this kick.
I would think.
Let that thing bounce around a little bit. Let your team get downfield.
I don't think surprise onside here.
Anything to keep the ball out of Palmieri and Mellis's hands. Saw McKeesport pick up a 14-6 win over Bell Vernon tonight. It's a 5 versus 3A game, I believe. It's been a wild night. Highlands over Char Valley, 28-20. The University of Thomas Jefferson, 38. West Mifflin, nothing. Gateway 20, North Hills 17. 30 seconds left on that Twitter update. The game down in 2A, Sarah Catholic and Wash High, 35-28, 11:20 to go.
Well, Dean, they didn't squib it.
They didn't.
Mellis at the 10. And the Indians do a nice job this time of only letting him return to the 30-yard line. I think it's Donovan Burnett.
I think you take that anywhere on the left side of the 50.
Absolutely. Along with my broadcast partner, Dean DellaMalva, I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along tonight. And one heck of a football game. The Indians led 21-0. The Rams came back and tied it at 21. And the Indians up now 33-21 with 7:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. And that is a long way to go. 7:50?
Yeah, a lot can happen.
In this game, that is a ton of time. The third quarter really went by quickly. But, oh my.
We've seen quite a few.
We've had 5 touchdowns in this half. High snap. Hoffman, nice job pulling it in. Pass complete to Mellis. Indians do a nice job of holding him to a pickup of about 5.5. Come on, Bandy. And Ken Easton. On the ground for 2. Do we even need to say to who? Palmieri.
Big number 2-5.
Called a pickup of a yard. 3rd and 3.
104 on 25 for Palmieri.
Palmieri again, hit in the backfield, spins ahead. Penalty flag comes in. Held for maybe, picked up maybe half a yard. What they call Carter Lance with the hit in the backfield. Calling a face mask against the Indians. I did not see it. Of course, that could be why Palmieri spun the way he did. So we won't disagree with the call. That's 15 yards and a first down, and the Pine Richland Rams on the positive side of the field at the Indian 47-yard line.
Give them a first down there. A little gift from the Indians to the Rams.
Hoffman's pass, Mellis complete. Inside the 30, breaks some tackles inside the 20. First down, Rams inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And a flag near side again.
Let's say if you're the Rams, you want to try to score as quick as possible. You're down by 2. And if you're the Indians, if the Rams are going to score, you want them to take up as much time as possible to do it. We're at 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Sideline warning called on the Indians there, but regardless, it's a 33-yard pickup.
First down at the 14. Palmieri has a lane, touchdown, Pine Richland Rams. Third touchdown of the half for Palmieri. 14-yard run. Runs of 14 and 17 yards and a 90-yard kickoff return.
That's getting it done. Up to 119 now on 27 carries.
Kick is up and good. 6:17 to go, fourth quarter. Penn Hills 33, Pine Richland 28. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
I don't know, maybe you should ask for that long scoring drive. Still a ton of time left on the clock. 6:17, 33-28. Penn Hills and Pine Richland in slugfest here. That was another short, less than 2-minute drive for the Rams. Five plays, 70 yards. Palmieri from 14.
Cochran from the 7-yard line. Looks for somewhere to go. A lot of white jerseys in front of him, and he'll go down at the 10.
The Indians are backed up here to start this.
Might be time left on the card.
Start this drive. way back in their own territory at the 10. 6:11 to get rid of on this clock for the Indians.
Mitchell for one.
Mitchell's 5th carry of the game, 55 yards. He's got the 1 touchdown.
He fights ahead for no gain. Clock 5:15 and running.
Needless to say, this is a huge play.
Duggar steps up in the pocket, has some room. Looks for somewhere to go towards the sideline. Limps his way, dives ahead across the 20-yard line. It's a horrible spot.
He should have enough for his first down.
It gets the first down.
Duggar, who has not...
That's his first run of the half, I
Yeah,
believe.
he has not run the ball at all this half. Of course, nursing that ankle. But he guts it out, gets out of the pocket, out to the right side. And just, he knows where that marker is, and he dove for it and got it. 1st and 10 Indians, a big one.
Clock stopped with 4:39 to go. I'm going to set the clock to 4:51.
All right, when we resume, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20. For Penn Hills, just got a big 3rd and 9 conversion from Julian Duggar. They're going to roll. They're going to let this play clock dissipate some.
Key fights his way ahead, breaks some tackles into the secondary. First out, Penn Hills at the 45-yard line. Thought they had him at the line, and Key slithered his way out, picks up 15 and a first down.
Thought they had him, but he slipped away. Just so much speed, so fast, so quick. Key's got to step out for a minute here. Had some kind of equipment issue there.
Mitchell looks for somewhere to go, gets wrapped up and spun down. Maybe 2nd and 11. Key back in. Clock rolls under 3.5 to go. Again, 33-28, Penn Hills. He picks up 2. Pine Richland will use a timeout with 3:15 to go. Timeout on the field, 3:15. Here in the fourth, Penn Hills 33, Pine Richland 28 on the Indians Football Network.
Another key third down coming up here for the Indians. 3rd down and 9. Had a 3rd down and 9 earlier on the drive, picked up by Duggar on his own. Scampered out and got it. Each team with 2 timeouts left. 33-28, Pine Richland in front. I'm sorry, Penn Hills in front.
Key wrapped up and thrown down. Loss of a yard. Pine Richland will use another timeout. They have 1 left, 3:10 to go.
That leaves the Rams with 1 timeout left. This will be 4th down and 11 for the Indians. Of course, we have already mentioned it. Next week, on the road out in Moon, taking on the top. Williams on to punt for Penn Hills. It's like Mellis and Palmieri back deep.
High snap. Line drive kick, Palmieri. Actually, it's not Palmieri, but at the 30-yard line, up the sideline. Tanner Cunningham sets the Rams up with 2:57 to go at the 30-yard line. The Rams kick return game tonight has been on. Rams 1 timeout, 2:57 to go on the clock.
Another big return. Has really helped the Rams tonight. Helped, I think, is an understatement. And now the Rams have 2:57, 1 timeout left to go 27 yards to try to get the lead. Make that 32 yards as a procedure penalty will back them up here.
Illegal procedure. Pine Richland.
Palmieri. Indians keep him in bounds, picks up about 4 yards.
Indians defense got to be careful here. Huffman's burned him a couple times on passes.
And it's Palmieri to the 24-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 7. Clearly 4-down territory.
Absolutely. Clock under 2 minutes to go.
Penn Hills 33, Pine Richland 28. Play action. Hoffman's going to throw, looks, under pressure, throws this one away, and it's almost picked off. That would have been the game had Ken Eason come up with it. Now it's 4th down for the Rams with 1:26 to go.
That was the ball game. 4th and 7, the Penn Hills 24. Rams down by 5. Flag. Broke the huddle with 12, I think.
"12 men in the huddle for the Rams." Now it's 4th and 12.
And you made it that much harder. Two back-breaking penalties for the Rams on this possession so far.
Hoffman to throw, under pressure down the sideline, has a man in a pass, it complete towards Mellis. No flags. And the Rams turn the ball over on downs in which should be the ball game.
Great stand there by the Penn Hills defense. Of course, as I said, 2 huge penalties on the Rams. Puts them behind the sticks. They gained 8 yards on 2 running plays, so without those penalties, you're looking at worst 4th and 2. Instead, the Indians take over and can, with 1 timeout left for the Rams, probably salt this one away.
Key will lose a couple. Rams use their final timeout, coming with 1:16 to go here in the 4th quarter. Penn Hills 33, Pine Richland 28, and what has been one nail-biter game. You wouldn't have thought it at halftime.
No, you didn't. Absolutely not. It was 21-0 Indians. They looked like it was going to be smooth sailing, but the opening kickoff to the second half returned for a touchdown.
No, the Rams have won the second half 28-12. But the Indians won the first half 21-0.
Yeah.
When you add it up, it's 33-28. I was close. I said they were going to need at least 35. I meant, I meant 2 more touchdowns. And you knew Pine Richland wasn't done.
Yeah, once they got in a rhythm, they were humming pretty good.
Ryan Palmieri, what can you say about the game he's had tonight for Pine Richland?
Just a phenomenal game by him.
Dogger gingerly takes a knee.
Tough to do in a losing effort, but had a great game.
Indians need only run it down to the run the play clock down as much as you can. Play clock at 12. Indians will try to snap it. About 2 or maybe 1. Oh, there he goes. Take a knee again here with 34 seconds. Indians need not take another snap. Pine Richland can't stop it, and this one will wind out. And your final score, Penn Hills 33, Pine Richland 28.
Penn Hills' first win over Pine Richland, dating all the way back to 2008. It had been 6 straight losses for the Indians against the Rams. Several of those games were heavy Pine Richland wins. Of course, last year just the 1 touchdown difference, and here in 2022, Penn Hills flips the script, pulls it off 33-28.
And it's nice to see Coach LeDon. He's making a point of picking out some players and going over, saying hello to them, saying hello to the assistant coaches who were here last year, training staff, other individuals. Class act is John LeDon. Got to say it again. Class act, that John LeDon.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm missing here.
And the rest of the Pine Richland crew.
Big.
It was nice. It was nice to see. It was nice to see them all come back here tonight.
Absolutely. You know, like we said at the beginning, a very successful run here as a coach for Coach LeDon. 1 state title. And he's got a good team over there at Pine Richland too. Boy, they really surged in the second half and almost completed a big comeback.
You know, like I said before the game, a lot of folks were trying to make hay of somehow the return of John LeDon and some kind of big rivalry thing with that. There's a rivalry between Penn Hills and Pine Richland.
Right.
There was no bad blood between Penn Hills and John LeDon. None. And there remains none. You know, so it's just... You know, I just feel bad that the Indians finally beat Pine Richland and LeDon's on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, what a great game tonight. Again, the 33-28 final. 21-0 Indians in the first half. And then Pine Richland came back to tie it in the second half before the Indians put on 2 late touchdowns to seal the deal.
Yeah, you know, all heck broke loose.
Big stat nights for a bunch of players here.
Yes. Amir Key, what a game. 20 carries, 212 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns in the first 2 games combined, and he doubled that tonight. Julian Duggar, not a big night passing. As we mentioned, he had a little bit of a ankle issue, but he goes 3 of 7 for 62 yards. He did throw an interception, but he did get exactly, by my abacus, 100 yards rushing. Nightel Mitchell also 6 carries, 54 yards, so a pretty doggone good average for him. He had a 26-yard touchdown run and another 20-yard run tonight. For Pine Richland, Kanan Huffman, 9 of 18, 124 yards. His top receiver was Andrew Mellis, 5 catches, 85 yards. And Mr. Palmieri, 29 carries. He was a workhorse tonight. 127 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and of course the 90-yard kickoff return to start the second half, which helped the Pine Richland Rams start their comeback. But it falls short at the hands of the Penn Hills Indians tonight, 33-28.
Well, the Indians now in first place in the Northeast Conference, along with anybody else who won their opening conference game tonight. Just checking some scores. Central Catholic beat Bethel Park 31-22, just skimming for 5A. Gateway 20, North Hills 17. Hempfield over Latrobe 49-14.
They got Penn Trafford 48-14 over Woodland Hills.
Peters beating up on Trinity. Shaler beating up on Plum. Upper St. Clair rolling over Baldwin. West Allegheny 49, Ringgold 7. So, is this the only Northeast Conference matchup tonight?
I think it might have been.
Yeah, it was. Mount Lebanon and 40, Moon 9. Moon Tigers will be hosting these Penn Hills Indians next Friday night. The Indians' first trip out to Moon Township to take on the Tigers. And the Pine Richland Rams will be home Friday night to take on the nearby Seneca Valley Raiders. Well, Indians move to 2-1. Pine Richland falls to 1-2. Pine Richland now, again, they need to kind of run the table now in the rest of the conference. Only 2 teams guaranteed to make it out of the conference. And then 2 wild cards in 5A. Only 8 teams making it. But right now the Penn Hills Indians, again, in the driver's seat at 1-0. In the conference, they still have a big test coming up in a couple weeks against North Hills, right here.
Yep, the North Hills who just put up a big fight against Gateway tonight. So everybody loves Gateway at number 1, but Penn Hills kind of made their case tonight by going out to a big lead early, having some adversity, and being able to withstand it. Injuries and a strong comeback by the Rams. Indians prevail.
Well, it is. You recall last year, it came down to 2 seconds to go. The Indians threw a touchdown pass to beat the North Hills Indians. So that's going to be a big game in 2 weeks. Next week, game for Penn Hills, a non-conference matchup. But all games in 5A are huge when it comes to having the wild card. So
yeah, it's going to be a dogfight, and you need to get out there and win every game you can, because you don't want it to come down to, trying to decide who gets them last couple spots.
Well, not sure we'll see you next week because of the travel situation, but hopefully, if we can, we can.
Yep.
But if not, we'll see you back here in 2 weeks when the Indians host North Hills.
Absolutely.
Once again, your final score from from Yuhas-Mcginley Stadium at Penn Hills High School. The Penn Hills Indians defeat the Pine Richland Rams by a score of 33-28, along with my broadcast partner, Dean DellaMalva. I'm Bill Navari. Thank you for watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.